Hi everyone, and welcome to this month's Xero Tip. Today I'm going to be taking you through the new invoicing format in Xero. For those of you who have had a look at the new invoicing format before and didn't like what you saw, there has been a large amount of changes made to that new invoicing format so that the options that you had under classic invoicing is now reflected in the new invoice option. And on top of that, there has been a whole bunch of new features added to it. So today I'm going to show you those new features and encourage you to use this new invoicing format. First, to access the new format, click on New Sales Invoice. And then from this screen, click on Switch to New Invoicing. Now you'll notice the layout in this new invoicing area is quite different to before, but the key thing is the functionality is all there and there's some new functionality in here as well. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to add in a customer. Now, when I've added a customer to the invoice, I can click on that customer's name and I can see all of their contact details. I can now also see how much they already owe me, how much of that is overdue, and if I had set credit limits for this customer, I would also see the credit limit balance and how much they have available to them. On top of that, I can go in here and I can edit the email, I can edit the phone number, and I can also edit the billing, and I can add a delivery address to show on the invoice. Other features that have also been added to this area is the ability to show and hide fields. So this gives you the option to hide any particular fields that you aren't using when you're entering in the invoice. These areas here relate to the options up the top, and these options here are in this table down the bottom here. So I can untick any of those and go and say, actually, I don't want to see region, quantity isn't relevant, or whatever it needs to be, or I might want to add in the discount, for example. I can go save, and then it will change the format. There is even some new fields that you can see. So you can add in the tax amount field, and I can see the tax amount for that particular line. If I don't want that though, I can go back into here, untick those options, and then reduce the amount I'm seeing in this table. And this is all in the aim of trying to speed up your data entry process. There are, of course, some fields you can't hide because they're needed for every invoice, but for some of these extra ones like discounts and tax amounts, you have the ability to hide those if they're not relevant to what you're doing. The other thing that is also available in this new invoicing is some machine learning features. So what Xero now does is it will look through your previous invoices and see what account code you often use and try and pre-populate that for you to speed up that invoice entering. You can also add new customers in here as well. So if I was to go into here and type in a new customer name, I can add in that new customer, and at that point I can add in the email, phone, billing, and delivery address. So there's no need to go into a different screen to add all the details you need for the invoice. One other feature that's available in the new invoice option is something called e-invoicing. Now I'm going to be doing a video on this next month because it needs its own video, but effectively the idea behind this function is it gives you the ability to send electronic invoices directly between Xero files, but also between Xero files and other accounting platforms that your customers might be on. So there's going to be a whole new video on that coming up next month. When you're finished with the invoice, you can click on the arrow here to approve it, to mark it as done, which will put it into awaiting payment. You can send it, you can print the PDF, or you can click on the three dots here and you can copy it to a draft invoice if you want to save it as a draft, or you can print the draft PDF, delete whatever you need to. Probably the only thing that I have seen that isn't available yet in this new invoice area is the ability to approve a draft invoice and take you straight to the next draft invoice. But other than that, all other features are there, as well as those great new features where you can customize the layout of this page, and you can add in new clients, add delivery addresses, add billing addresses as well, and also see details of the customer's account balance and their credit details too. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of the new invoice area. Give it a go. If you don't like it, you can always switch back to the classic invoicing, but do give it a try because it is a great new tool and I think it will help save a lot of you some time around your invoicing. Thanks for your time.